Welcome to a new episode of Ramon's Obsession with Magic the Gathering, the third one in a row about Dungeons & Dragons Secret Lair. This time we're opening Shadows over Baldur's Gate. I bought this a while ago, so I really have no clue what's actually inside. My baby's crying a little bit in the background. I hope we're gonna make it all the way through the video. Okay, here we go. Card number 1 is Grim Hireling. Ooh, I don't like the art. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create 2 treasure tokens. If you pay 1 black mana and sacrifice X amount of treasures, target creature gets -X until end of turn, activate only as a sorcery. So you can actively create treasures, and if you don't use them to create mana, you can actually sacrifice them later to get rid of some other stuff that you don't like to have on the battlefield. The arts? Ooh, I don't like at all. We have Wild Magic Sorcerer. It is indeed by the same artist. That being said, looking at the art, this looks much better. This looks really cool. It's interesting how you can have the same artist and then one piece of art you really like and one piece of art you really don't. The first spell you cast from exile each turn has Cascade. And Cascade is cool because it lets you cast another spell for free. You basically exile from the top of your library until you exile something that is either it costs less or up to the same amount. I'm not sure, but you get to cast it for free, which is really cool. And it's cool because Red is known for being able to exile cards and then play them. It's a really nice way to get kind of like through your deck and make sure you cast cards a little bit faster. The third card is Zorn. If you would create 1 or more treasure tokens, instead create those tokens plus an additional treasure token. That's very nice. The art looks very nice. Ooh, this looks very cool. I like it a lot. I remember Knuckles, which is one of the cards that I pulled from the Sonic Secret Lair. Ever since I saw that one, I've been thinking about making a commander deck that revolves around treasures. And this one would be quite nice because it lets you create even more treasures. And I think when you get to 20 treasures or something like this, you would win the game as Knuckles. I like this one. Cool card. Prosper Tome Bound. For 4 mana, and it is Rakdos color. So 1 black, 1 red. It has Death Touch. And it has 2 abilities. Mystic Arcanum. At the beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. And Pact Boon. Whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. So all these cards, they revolve around having Prosper as your commander. Then we have the final card. I have no clue what to expect, so let's just find out. You find some prisoners. I quite love these cards because they really try to show situations that can come up in a D&D campaign and then which options you have. That's what D&D is all about, is you see a situation, you have to make a decision, and that's exactly what's happening here. You find some prisoners. What do? Either you break their chains, so you destroy target artifacts, or you interrogate them, then you exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library, choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. Art style, not a huge fan of. This might very well be played in one of my decks. And that brings us to the end. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, feel free to connect with me on Instagram, on Twitter, on that website with the links. Now, you can't really connect there, but you can click on the links, which is really fun. You can also give me money on my coffee account. Having a baby is really expensive, and you probably heard him cry in the background, and he's crying because we don't have enough money to care for him. Oh, that's a joke. That's horrible. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in a couple of days for the last D&D Secret Lair that I purchased. I forgot the name. Strauss Descent, that's the name. I'll see you in a couple days. Bye bye. Oh God.